No. Hi, everybody. How's it going? Oh, let me get rid of... Oh, wait, let's do that one. Right, here we are. Apparently, I still can't do my intro video, unfortunately. That seemed to fail dismally. I apologise for lateness. Supplies were required. And taxi drives were required. How's my audio? I'm trialling a new microphone today. Well, let's take them off. Don't need them. It's a rainy day. Yeah. How's my audio, people? Can everyone hear me okay? I'll stay down here. Audio is good. Thank you, Candy, for the response. Now, holy dooly, you people have been busy while you've been waiting for me. Crikey. So, Thirsty Rabbit was in, but I think he's gone again. Hello, Thirsty. Goodbye, Thirsty. Punchy, how are you? 44 Mag.
Oh, no.
Chewy.
That's your still order.
Yes. I'll drink it eventually. Aquamate in the house. Dan Slee, welcome aboard. Sorry I'm not making eye contact, people. I'm reading as well. Bob Kaler, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Alien World Aquatics, g'day. Dan Slee, I think I said hi to you. Sir Prawnlot, how's it going, my young Padawan? And Jess Shrimp Granny, welcome, Jess. I hope I didn't miss any important stuff in the conversations. I am just scrolling through names at the moment to try and catch up to where we're up to. I see bummer though. Someone had a bummer. Sandra Bennett, how are you today? My goodness, I did say you guys have been busy in the chat. I am Whittle. What's Whittle? Pam? I am Whittle. I are Whittle, Dr. Black. I do not know. Cove, how are you, my friend? Great to see you in. Mr. Ward, hello again, sir. Monica Lynn, how are you today? I've nearly caught up to the live chat, and I think I've got everyone, I mean. Cichlids 23, I'm lucky I didn't miss you, my brother. How are ya? I hope I'm not shouting. I might be compensating for the rain on the tin roof. That's right, it's raining. We got some rain. And I made it to the bottom of the chats. So, charge your glasses, everyone. We're here for another Beverage with Blacky. Appreciate everyone stopping by. Sweet, sweet, sweet stuff. What happened with it? Righto. Nice. Sharks, let's get straight into the questions, courtesy of Chewy. We have all the sharks in Australia. We have tiger sharks, bull sharks, hammerheads. I think we got hammerheads. We got them somewhere in the country. Black tip reef shark, white tips, grey nurse sharks. There's actually quite a large colony of grey nurse sharks at Julian Rocks, just out off the coast of Byron Bay. They're very popular with the divers and whatnot. And I suppose we've got lots of other ones, but I'm not necessarily an expert on sharks. But yeah, there's a bunch of them out there. What do they call them? Dogfish. That's a type of shark, I think. And we get some of the littler ones. Joe Munoz. How are you today, compadre? Good day, mate. Good day, mate. G'day, mate. Oh, I think that was a special request from Sandra Bennett. Oh, Martian Bigfoot. Missed you in the chat. How's it going? Did you get bored of leaving large footprints on Mars and decide to stop in for a visit? Awfully nice of you. And now I've got to go back up a bit and work out. No, thanks for the feedback there, Jess. I probably shouldn't have gone back that far to read your feedback, but nice. It is pointed directly at my face and not up at the roof, so it should do a good job at picking up me and just me, maybe. I don't know. Might get some of the background noise. Time will tell. Yeah, back to your sharks, Chewy. Definitely the great whites are the ones that get the most press. You know, they say that they're the brutalist ones, but realistically, I think people should fear the bull sharks the most, because they not only habitate the saltwater, but they can go well up the freshwater. Like 20 kilometers inland, I think bull sharks have been found in larger river systems. So for mine, that makes them a fairly frightening prospect. The potential of getting eaten by a shark when you think you're in safe water. Wobbegongs, I don't believe occur this far north, C23. I believe they like the cooler water. Certainly Central Coast down Thirsty Rabbits area, and south of there you get plenty of wobbegongs. But I'm not 100% whether they're in this neighbourhood. Now that I've said that out loud, I'm probably not right, but they're very pretty sharks. They don't bite too hard. But, you know, they're out there somewhere. I'd be interested, actually. Now that I think about it, I do recall seeing a poster in the local fish and chip shop, and they have, like, you know, your species of fish and whatnot in the area, the local ones, and I do remember wobbegongs being on there. So potentially, yes, maybe wobbegongs are around here. Probably just if you get the right environment for them, the right rocky stuff where they like to hide in. I've been to a couple. It's been a while since I've been to one, Chewy. They don't have any that are very close to where I live. But whenever I have visited Sydney in the last 20 years, I've gone to the one in Darling Harbour. That's quite nice. I have just had it confirmed that we do indeed have wobbegongs in the beaches and stuff around this area. For there was a news article citing that a boy was bitten by a wobbegong on a Byron Bay beach. So that's a big tick for wobbegongs. But yes, very awesome public aquarium in Darling Harbour in Sydney. Another one that I've been to is at Maroochydore. Aquamate and myself were talking about that the other day. I can't remember what it's. Is it Underwater World? Is that what it's called, Aquamate? You'll have to confirm that for me. But that's another awesome one. Lots of nice fresh and saltwater setups, biotopes. You know, ecosystems that are dedicated to certain fish and stuff. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't recall being to Lakemba. Is that Victoria or southern New South Wales, Martian Bigfoot? Oh, did I miss Cecilia? Cecilia's in. Someone's saying hello to her, so she must be. Toilet sharks. Ooh, they are dangerous. So porn a lot. Yeah, bull sharks are one of those ones that are endemic right around the world, Pam, I think. I think obviously they're very, very resourceful and bulletproof, so they survive everywhere. I would imagine that there would be bull sharks in the Mississippi, being such a massive river system. And they could probably go even further than the 20 Ks, because I think 20 kilometres inland, that Mississippi is still a massive body of water. G'day, Fishy Biz. How are you, my brother? Welcome in. Hope everyone who's drinking is drinking. We like a drink with Blacky, a beverage with Blacky. Chewy, most definitely. The next time I go to a public aquarium, I will definitely do a video. Actually, the last one I went to, was there one in Melbourne? I might have gone to one in Melbourne many, many, many years ago. Yeah, I think that might have been the last time I visited an aquarium, and I wasn't doing YouTube at that time, and I would have no idea where any video and footage is that I took of that one. Probably didn't even take any, because, phones back in those days didn't have good cameras. Yes, C23. I had a feeling that it meant something like that. Definitely knew it was an Aboriginal name. And yeah, shaggy beard makes sense, because those things are like a large bristle nose, isn't it? Yes, dugongs. I remember seeing the dugongs in the Sydney Aquarium at Darling Harbour. Whale sharks, yeah, I'd like to swim with whale sharks, but unfortunately, you got to get in the ocean, and don't like the idea of swimming with sharks that might have slightly more dangerous sharks hanging about. Yeah, the one in Mooloolaba. I think I said Maroochydore, didn't I? But I meant Mooloolaba. Same poop, different stink. Joe, I didn't see your video about the prank. I've been pretty slack on YouTube lately. Yeah, I'd probably go into the ocean if I could get in a cage. That'd certainly be worthwhile. But then again, you see those scary videos where the sharks make their way in through the cage, and that gets a little bit interesting, doesn't it? Yeah, I did see a notification for it, Joe, but like I said, my viewing of YouTube has been pretty slack lately. Right, Cecilia, I do remember putting a name to the cove once before. Yes. But I'm just going to keep calling you cove. It's only one syllable. I like single syllables. They're so much easier to roll off the tongue, isn't it? Not 100% sure, Chewy. Maybe since Aquamate was just up in the Great Barrier Reef territory, he might have some fresh knowledge and input on it. Yeah, I know that there was certainly some damage to the coral reefs and stuff with coral bleaching, but some of the areas that have been heavily affected are making comebacks. But yeah, there's big issues at the moment with massive mine going up inland of the Barrier Reef, and concerns about whatever their outflows and rubbish might be that will flow out into the reef, and what damage that might potentially cause. Who can tell? Yeah, well, time will tell, I guess, not who. It is, yes. I've snorkeled out on the Barrier Reef a few times. Definitely is. There's so much different life out there. Righto, Derek. I shall endeavour to remember that and call you by your first name. I was going to say that other word we use for first name, but I don't use that word. I had a really interesting experience on the Great Barrier Reef one time where I was snorkeling out on like a boat tour where, hey, Amber, how are you, love? Yeah, snorkeling out on the Great Barrier Reef and all of this coral and whatnot that was, 2 or 3 meters down below my face. And I'm just cruising along, and then all of a sudden I went over the edge and there was just this drop off down into complete darkness. That scared the poop out of me. I started hyperventilating and made my way rapidly to the boat because you never know what's going to come out of those big dark abysses when you're in the ocean. But yeah, just amazing that all of this rock and stuff was so close to my face, and then all of a sudden it was gone. Shocking. It was a shocking time. I'm doing well, Amber. Thanks for stopping in. Charge your glass. Here's to Amber. Sure is. Ronda Rousey swims with sharks. Good on her. She just doesn't market herself enough, that lady. She's got to get on top of it, make it happen. Some people probably haven't even heard of her yet. Yes, I can. If it came to taking or leaving the ocean, I'll quite happily leave it. Doesn't need another human in there swimming around spoiling it for the fish. Yeah, Chewy. I've heard stuff about that, and I would imagine they have. You got your fish-eating orcas and your mammal-eating orcas, and there was a story about one that they put into captivity and they couldn't work out why it wouldn't eat its fish and whatnot. And apparently it came from a pod that was a mammal-eating pod. So, they I don't know whether it actually survived, whether they finally worked it out and started feeding it baby seals, or whether they had to release it back into the wild. Just don't know. But yeah, it's I suppose it's fairly interesting that the same species of creature, depending on where they evolved and developed, evolved completely different diets. And apparently each different pod has its own language subset. They all communicate differently. Something like that. I think that's true for a lot of whales and dolphins and stuff though. So very interesting animals. Highly underrated intelligence on those guys. Yes, I did see that. I saw prawn a lot the other day. That was pretty impressive footage, and the sizes of the bites taken out of that other shark was phenomenal. They just don't care what they're eating as long as it's food and it goes in their belly. They take a chomp out of anything. I mean, sure, it could have just been in a feeding frenzy because of the water being chummed up and the bait that they were putting out there for it to eat. But yeah, big bites, 2 at least full-size mouth bites taken out of the side of a slightly smaller great white. But yeah, that's just another tiny little reinforcement as to why I'm not getting in the water with sharks. They just don't care. They'll bite you. What does Joe Munoz mean? If orcas attract people outside of the... I think they do. I think people go to... I mean, if you're talking about if people go to check out orcas in the wild, I think they do. I saw a video the other day somewhere of... it was a human swimming with one large and two small orcas, potentially a mother and twin babies or something. And the orcas just didn't seem interested in hunting them or eating them. So potentially they were swimming with a fish-eating orca. But yeah, that was pretty impressive to see. V-Stag, how are you, my friend? Cheers. Charge your glasses and hello to V-Stag. I might have to stop saying charge your glasses. That's about the 17th time I've said that. What does it even mean? Does it just mean fill your glasses up or make sure they're full? Who can tell? Who can tell? Yes, they do. So, I don't know if I've got a lot of reflection and glare. You might be able to see I've got a couple of nets in my tank. Last night I spent probably a good 2 hours and some extra time yesterday afternoon pulling cherry shrimp and bristlenose out of this big tank behind me. Prepping this tank behind me for American cichlids soon-ish. But yeah, I pulled potentially 100 to 150 cherry shrimp and a dozen bristlenose out of there last night. And I started counting cherry shrimp in there. I started at the left-hand end of the tank and started working my way this way, counting. And I got to about 250 and I wasn't even halfway across the tank. And there's less cover down this end than there is down this end now. So many shrimp to move. So yeah, I'm potentially thinking about, pardon me, just putting my little Feste cichlid in there and letting him feed, get a healthy feast of red cherry shrimp into his guts. Also good color enhancing food for orange or red fish. I know you know, Dan. You got shrimps coming out your earballs. And who wouldn't? Who doesn't like a whole bunch of shrimp? But, you know, at least you got a variety. Mine are just all the red ones. I suppose there is a substantial variety in all the red ones with the speckly patterns and the different striping. Some of them get a stripe down their back. Some of them get a stripe across their back. And I like some of them are clearish with red speckles, and then you get other ones that are red with like a whitey or yellow speckle. I even saw one the other day that speckling looked kind of blue, which blew me away. I didn't expect to see any blues in the red ones. Yeah, Chewy, I've the only time I've seen an orca is in captivity, and an orca, sorry. But yeah, SeaWorld in Australia, you know, orca are doing its funny shows and whatnot. Sure, it was a good show as a kid. I was probably only 12 or 13 at the time and thought it was great. But yeah, now we know what we know about them, that they shouldn't be kept in captivity. You know, I wouldn't go and see a show like that anymore. It was the blew me away pun, Jess. I think you missed if you weren't listening. Ah, right. No, sorry, I didn't. I've ignored your punctuation. You're saying like 7 things in one sentence with 3 small sentences. Oh, all the yelling from Fishy Beers and Jess. Ow, my eyeballs. Just joking. Yeah. I thought Fishy Biz always typed with caps. I do Alien World Aquatics. I'm a big fan. I don't. I very rarely miss them because you know, he talks to some really interesting people, and definitely has a really interesting insight for just a knucklehead, a meathead. He's pretty learned and wise for his 51 years or whatever he is. I also listen to Bill Burr's podcasts. He's a little bit ruder and crasser than Joe Rogan, but, he's a funny dude. I like him. That might be the what's that movie on Netflix about the really big shark? The Meg. The Meg. I wonder, was it a Meg or was it some other kind of shark? What show was it? C23? I like those kind of shows. Oh, sorry, Fishy Biz. Can you re-ask your question? I've completely missed it. Yeah, I don't know how far I'd have to scroll back up. Oh, it was on Shark Week, was it? Right. Was your question the same thing if I'd seen that show about the massive tooth? I don't know if I can wait. Do I believe there's a megalodon out there? I believe in it. I know they existed. Everyone knows they existed. It's not like Santa or the Easter Bunny where it's questionable, or the deities that religions are based around. That so yes, I believe in it, sure, but whether they're still out there, I'd like to think so, because there's certainly Ty Hunsicker. How are you, Ty? Welcome aboard. I'd like to think that. I should probably finish that first. Now I've got to mix cocktails. Yeah, there's certainly a hell of a lot of ocean out there that humans can't all be in at once, isn't it? So quite potentially there could be, but you would imagine that if they were to still be surviving, there would have to be a population of them to continue to breed, unless they, can survive for thousands of years. Pardon me again. Crikey, Scotch whiskey makes me burp, I think. And there was some, thank you very much, some footage, or no, I don't think there was actually footage of it, but people were reckoning there was like a 35-foot great white shark or something, so massive thing, but then it got kind of debunked back down to 25 foot or something like that, which is still, an 8-meter animal. That's quite large, even by crocodile standards. That's a big one. And I'm assuming that sharks are probably like crocodiles and snakes, that they're growing for their entirety of life. They will continue to grow, just like ears and noses on humans apparently never stop growing. Thoughts? Ideas? That's why us old people like me and Fishy Biz have got big noses and large earlobes. Oh, which way are you facing, Blacky? Look at the size of this monster. I could pick up ESPN on that thing. Crazy. 8 meters, yes, Derek, is approximately 25 feet. You got 3 foot, 3 feet, 3 inches, 3 foot, 3.5 inches per meter, roughly. Approximate numbers only. So yeah, I generally divide by 3 and then add a little bit. So yeah, that's, it's hard to convert metric to imperial because they're so not, round numbers. Buddy, when's the imperial just going to disappear from the system? We need round numbers, people. Round numbers. Did you Google the how many? Yeah, right. What? How many? If you had to break down a meter into feet, Derek, how many feet in a meter? Is it like 3 feet, 3.5 inches ish? That's probably a little bit more, isn't it? Probably 3 foot, 3.8 inches. Who else have we missed? Oh, hang on. What did I... Test that they did in how sharks are drawn to blood, but they used a guy's urine in the test too. Fish stay away from ammonia in the wild. Laughable to say the least, maybe. Yeah, well, I don't. Has the Kangaroo thing actually been proven? Is it scientific fact, or is it still just mythology? I thought that started from them telling people not to they didn't want people pissing in the Amazon, so they told them that there's a fish that swims up their doodle. Learning to fish keep. How are you, man? Welcome in. Kangaroo is a tiny little species of catfish that apparently Chewy says it's a verified fact that it can swim up your urethra or urethra, depending on whether you're a boy or a girl. Obviously, you would have to be submerged in the water for it to go into a girl. But yeah, apparently it'll swim up the wee into your pipes and cause you considerable pain. All right, thanks, Fishy Biz. Thanks for stopping in. Love your work, bro. I'll see you next time. What you got to do, Monica, is you got to get a large rock and sink yourself to the bottom and walk along the bottom with a rock. That's apparently how you build your lung capacity up for that sport. But yeah, I have the lung capacity of a tiny, tiny baby. I can hold my breath for about 11 seconds. And that was even before I started smoking. I still had a really crappy lung capacity. I also get, I have what I term, I'm a human barometer. My, what do you call it? Olfactory system. My ear and nose bits that are all linked up, the eustachian tubes and whatnot that are sensitive to pressure. Very, very painful on very subtle changes in air pressure. So I can go up 100-meter hill and my ears will pop, where other people won't pop until 500 or 600 meters up a hill. And if I go underwater, say 2 meters underwater, I get massive pressure on my head. So that really limits what I can do underwater or up at atmosphere. What do you call it? Altitude, not atmosphere. You can have a smoke with Blacky too if you like. I don't mind. It's your body. And cheers again. Charge your glasses. Monica says hi to Sarah. You did indeed see her go by.
Hi, Monica.
That will be a good test, actually, for how directional this microphone is. Monica, can you confirm that you heard Sarah say hi back? Nice one. I'd probably make sure that you've washed yourself before you do that, Sir Prawn-a-lot. You know, and rinsed thoroughly before you put the filth from your scalp and your nose and behind your ears. I know your mum told you to wash behind your ears, but I'm not convinced you do. Your fish don't need your ear gunk, mate. Well, I started. Hang on, I better put that up so people know what I'm talking about, even though everyone's probably read it. I started with a scotch and water because I had it ready to go. And then when I had maybe a little bit of my scotch and water left, Scungy topped me up with some turkey. It was just water again, or did this and soda? Yeah, so I've got a scotchy, watery turkey soda. That could be a thing. It's a cocktail, I guess. It's fine. They yeah, they taste great together. But I think the turkey took the edge off that what was he called? Hanky Bannister. Hanky Bannister? Yeah, Hanky Bannister scotch. Found a bottle in the cupboard. Must be at least 12 or 13 years old. Glass aged scotch. Apparently that's a thing now. When you find a bottle of scotch in the back of the cupboard. When in Rome. Any port in a storm. All of that. Oh, look, the orange just fell out of the tree and it's coming towards us. It stopped. Oh, now that, Bob, I would have a crack at doing that. I reckon that'd be fun. We have a little lagoon over there. You can see that, right? Over there, little lagoon down the hill that fills up with water when it rains. Yeah, Dan, it's still raining, so the lagoon will probably fill up, and it fills up with tadpoles. Not quite sure what they are, but my brother and myself, we used to go down there when it was full of tadpoles, and you'd lay in it, and you'd just get swarmed by tadpoles, picking all your dead skin and filth off. Probably pretty gross, but it felt nice. It's like they do it in places now with those cleaner fish where people can go and dangle their fish in and have their toe jam chewed off. Did I say fish? Yeah, they dangle their feet, not their fish. The fish do the eating of the toe jam. Yes, 44 Mag Guy, Derek. It is aged in wood barrels, generally oak barrels. But I was being funny because the bottle had been sitting in the cupboard, I can only guess, for 10 to 15 years because, you know, it was right at the back and well hidden. No crocs here, Bob. Too far south. Maybe in another 10 years of global warming, we'll have crocs in the creeks around here. But they'd only be those little freshwater ones in my creeks because it's all freshwater here. The salties would have to travel too far inland, even though I am only 8 k's from the coast. Probably not even as the crow flies, but we're talking about the creek flows. That's all right, Derek. My jokes are not necessarily that funny, so they can be difficult to grasp. So we won't hold that against you, just like I'd appreciate it if people didn't hold my shitty jokes against me. Thanks for that. I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. Speaking of tadpoles, I just can't shake it. I'm not smoking enough of my cigarette. That should shake it. Ciggies always fix throats. What was that video on, Bob? Was that a YouTube video with the cleaner shrimp? I think I'd like to check that out. Everyone's got parasites. We all get parasites. We used to do when we were kids. Thanks, Bob. I hope you've got a change of pants nearby, just in case you do. We used to do a thing called cow patty jousting. If you're all familiar with the medieval practice of jousting, you would basically set up, let's say, 15, 20 meters. You can do the maths on that, Derek, to work out feet. Basically, hold a cow patty up over your shoulder and begin to run at each other and go for the face. And obviously, you don't want these super soggy cow patties. You don't want the super firm cow patties. You want something in between where you get a little bit of that mush factor when you're splattered in the face. That's what we did in the country, cow pat jousting. You know, it was a evolution from just cow pat fights where you just chuck them at each other. But, you know, there was that added element of risk, I guess, of getting poo in your mouth or in your eyeballs or in your ear holes or up your nose. But, yeah, it's you know, builds your immune system, gets your gut flora flowing. You've got to have that ecosystem in your gut working properly. No, Dan, no one wins. Obviously, the cow pat wins. And summer fun for the kids is the winner. Everyone wins. Scungy's got it right on the head. Bang. Everyone wins. You have fun. You get covered in poop. And, you know, thank goodness cow poo doesn't smell as bad as human or dog or cat poo. Yeah, they do. They certainly do that here as well, Pam. I don't know if they call it. I think they just call it cow pat chucking, where you chuck it. Anyway, this is a fish channel, and we are talking about cattle excrement. We branch out here at Dr. Black 66. We're not limited to one subject. Ty Hunsicker knows what the main benefit of having cow patties around is. A lot of the mushrooms that you find in cow patties will be quite high in psilocybin, which, as we all know, is a chemical crucial to the development of the human brain. I highly recommend everyone has a little bit at some stage in their life. And there's a theory that humans developed because of psilocybin. Stoned ape theory. If you haven't heard of the stoned ape theory, look it up. Google it. It's a very interesting theory. Thanks, Sandra. Thanks for that promo. Well, we went downhill, Bob, I think, to the cow patties, so that the only way could be up. We've now only got one. Yeah, well, Pam's talking about crabs and stuff, so Pam's trying her darndest to keep the level down here, but you know, we'll try and escalate from here. Some mushrooms you shouldn't hate. I mean, There's certain ones that always taste like the humus layer of a forest floor. But, you know, sometimes you've got to push through your taste buds and accept the expansion of the mind. I do not doubt that, Pam. I have absolutely no doubts at all that the depths we could go to if we sunk to our lowest, people would, probably be vomiting in their own shoes. Not only for depression, Chewy, but post-traumatic stress, anxiety, multiple personality disorder. There's a lot of different mental illness there. Looking into psilocybin's effects on, with promising results, very promising results, and microdosing as well, tiny little doses at a time, just to get people through their day and not having anxiety attacks or murdering their work colleagues, etc. Stuff like that. Welcome back, Jess. Didn't even know you went. Where did you go? Did you run out of wine? Oh, I like this topic. Can anyone elaborate? Pufferfish venom. So it doesn't. I wonder, does it hurt them at first, or do they know where the how to extract it from the pufferfish without getting hurt, or do they just bite it, accept the pain because they know they're going to get a little bit messed up? They bounce them around. Hello, Shelby Ray. Hello, Haley. How are you, girls? Thanks for stopping in. No such thing as low-class humour, Jess. Just low-class perceptions. Damn it, I think I scrolled past the conversation I was trying to read. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to catch up again. For some reason, my chat wasn't automatically scrolling. They get stung on their noses, and that's how they bounce them around, and they get a sting off the puffer fish, and they get a little bit whacked. Is that how it works? I mean, people shoot drugs up, so I guess they get a little bit of a sting when the needle goes in. The things we do for a buzz, I guess, right across the mammal spectrum. You know, you get monkeys and apes that eat rancid fruit on the ground, which is fermenting and producing alcohol or something, and they get a bit maggot off that. Maggot. That's an Australian term for drunk-ish or very drunk. Interesting. So I wonder if what happens to humans with the venom of pufferfish? Does it just hurt us? Or because dolphins have slightly different chromosomes than us and maybe receptors, the venom might affect their system a little bit different, or maybe because they've been doing it for thousands or millions of years, maybe they've developed receptors for the venom that cause the venom to behave differently in their body. Is that what you're saying, Ty, that we get dead from pufferfish venom? I guess that's what the fugu fish is, isn't it? If you get the venom gland in your fish, then you die. I mean, in your fillet. Right, that's some pretty good venom. So then do we speculate from that the dolphins have developed a genetic tolerance to the venom, or was it always there potentially? Maybe we get super high and then we die. Die with a smile on our face from pufferfish sting. Thank goodness we got away from poo and started talking about fish again. Exactly, Pam. That's what I reckon. Maybe some Japanese fugu chefs get requests to leave a bit of the venom in so that someone can go with a smile on their face, a really broad grin. It's an interesting concept. Why not eat a fish that might kill you? Humans, hey? We're an interesting species. But do we, though? I'm going to have to look that up. I really want to know now if when you get done by a pufferfish, whether you get super wasted and then you die. And do you die because you're super wasted? I've got to stop leaning on my table too hard. It's like there's an earthquake, but I'm nowhere near the fault line. I'm intrigued. I'm so intrigued now by pufferfish venom. Yeah, sorry, Dan. I'll try not to mention poo again, okay? I won't mention poo again.
Hello? Hi.
Shelby Ray. Very interesting. Righto, Pam. He's been eating too many cookies. He needs to poo. I hope he didn't hear me say that. Yeah, I do. Cookies, buddy. Cookies! Well, Chewy. So much stuff to research now. These live streams just open our eyes up to concepts and ideas hitherto unthought of. I'm really intrigued now by the pufferfish venom. I mean, they're super cute fish, especially those the spiny ones. It seems that freshwater pufferfish don't have the spikes. Pardon me. One what, Monica? Oh, Derek, that's a really hard question. That's like when someone asked me the other day on Aquamate's live stream about my favourite metal bands. How do you narrow it down to one? Can you? If you can narrow your favourite fish down to one, Derek, I'll have a crack and I'll try and nail one down. I mean, I probably could, but it would do no justice to other fish that I like. M&Ms and chips. Is that all you got, Haley? You don't have a beverage with Blacky? I mean, I am a Michael, but this isn't Michael's fish room. I don't ask you to have a beverage and a snack with me, just a beverage. Snacks take up too much space in your belly. Of course, Haley, we know you love your rope fish, and I like them too, but you know what? Now that I think about it, I don't think I've ever even seen them in fish stores or available in Australia. Well, that's a beverage, love. That'll do fine. You don't have to get drunk with Blacky. I don't say get pissed with Blacky. Get maggot with Blacky. I'm just doing the alliteration. Beverage, Blacky, bees. Yeah, like I was saying about ratefish, I'm not sure if they're even available in the hobby down here. I should have a notepad beside me so I can start taking notes as to the stuff that I need to research. Hey, Crystal. Crystal's in the house, everybody. Charge your glasses and say hi to Crystal. Cheers, love. Oh, Shelby Ray, that sounds nice. Don't mind a bit of brandy. I got my friend who works in the local bottle shop. It's her last day there today before she moves to a different bottle shop. Is that you call it? No, you call them liquor stole. Down at the liquor stole. Yeah, her last day there today. So she gave me a hat that you're supposed to get if you buy a carton of beer. I didn't buy a carton of beer, but she gave me a hat. And it's a hat for a brand of beer down here that does pale ale. I'm not sure if they classed as an Indian pale ale, but it's one of my favourite beers, Cooper's Green. It's not green, but it's Cooper's Green, and it's a pale ale. Tasty beer. Moscato. That's like a sweet white wine, isn't it? I know I've got an auntie who drinks it like it's going out of fashion, and she always tries to force it down my mum's throat when she visits, but it's too sweet for my mum. So did you think of your one fish yet, Derek? If you could have one, what would it be? Riesling. Oh, back in the Povo days when I was on the poverty line, I used to drink 5-litre boxes of Riesling. Box of Goon. You'd go to get a box of Goon from the bottle-o, and 9 times out of 10, if it wasn't a Riesling, it'd be a Fruity Lexia. Goodness me, that stuff's disgusting. Asian arowana, eh? Fair enough. That's definitely a quality fish to aspire to. Brilliant fish. But yeah, can't have them in my country. Can't have them in your country either. So you've either got to move to Canada or move to Asia. I guess my oh, Bob, I just got goosebumps and nausea and stuff. Ugh. I used to live with a guy in Sydney who drank so much Southern Comfort. It was ridiculous. The house always stunk of Southern Comfort. That shit is like medicine. It's vile and disgusting. Oh. Oh, even just thinking of the flavor of Southern Comfort, the smell of Southern Comfort. No, Bob, no. But I'm not going to judge. To each his own. If that's what you like, that's what you like. Just don't come near me if you've been drinking it. Because if you try and kiss me with that Southern Comfort breath, no. Oh yeah. If there's a list of probably 7 things on this planet that trigger me, Southern Comfort's one of them. Heard my voice, did he, Candy? Arr. Army hearties. That's about all I got pirate-wise. I can do these ones. I don't know how Johnny Depp does it. Oh, righto, Bob. I guess we're safe then. Is that... So, even though Joey's got a bunch of them, King of DIY, in case you didn't know who I'm talking about, so he's got to have a permit to keep the arowana, and he's got to have, and they have to be microchipped and stuff as well. I wonder why he never mentions that on his channel. What are you sending me a case of, Derek? Southern Comfort. I can resell it. I'm sure I can find buyers. Outstanding. Did he like that one too, or didn't he see it? Is it maybe because of my Australian accent, and pirates are generally like portrayed with English accents in movies, or am I clutching at straws here? Whoops. I didn't mean to click your one, C23. He did, as in Joey. Joey highlighted in a video about his permits and microchipping and stuff. Is that what you mean, Derek? Oh, that Tanqueray's all right. Bob, I don't mind that gear. That goes all right. I'll even admit to drinking Pimm's. You know, that Pimm's is a refreshing summer drink. Put it in like a fruit, what do you call that stuff? A fruit punch. Pimm's is just like it's a light, fruity, watery kind of.
Like a wine?
I don't think it's a wine product. I think it's. Maybe it is a wine product. It's only like maybe 17 or 20% alcohol. Anyone can clarify what Pimm's is. That'd be good, but yeah, that's pretty tasty. Zambuca is nasty, C23. I will certainly vouch for that. I don't think I've ever drunk Zambuca without vomiting soon after. That's brutal. Jack Daniels triggers you. Yeah, well, I'm not a huge fan of Jack Daniels. Being a bourbon guy, there's certain bourbons that I guess I'm prone to disliking. I find Jack Daniels too sweet. Well, Haley is obviously drinking a whoops. When you click a message and the chat scrolls. You're drinking a cherry cola, Haley, so clearly you like the sweeter stuff. And Jess smashing through your goon. Well done. Yes. I'm going to say yes, Derek. I have tried moonshine, but not necessarily in the form of moonshine that you guys might have over there. When I was a younger fella, I had a bottle of grappa, which is what the Italians make. It's the white spirit that comes out of Italian stills, and they call it grappa. But as far as I know, grappa is basically the same as moonshine, massively high in alcohol contents. And I do have, I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube, but I have a friend of mine who has his own still, and he brews up the pure alcohol to make tinctures. Uses the alcohol to make tinctures, oil tinctures. And I've sampled his white spirit as well, which is very, very strong. I'm pretty sure it's almost close to 100% alcohol, which is very dangerous for your body to ingest. So you try not to drink it straight, but once in your life, you've got to put some of that gear in your body. Give it a burl. Monica asked before if we could hold up something to show her, but I didn't know. Monica, can we go back to what you were saying before? I don't know if I missed it in the chat, but were you talking about jewelry-wise or what? Because the only jewelry that we've got of scungies here at the moment is the one on my neck and the one on her neck, which is all so far over there that I can't reach it to hold it up. Whoops, I missed again. This chat keeps scrolling.
I was gonna bring stuff with me, but then my car broke.
Yes, right. You know what they say, Dan Sleet? Once you've had black, you never go back. And yeah, Monica, Sarah was going to bring stuff today, but we've had car issues today. Her car exploded in a ball of flames on the side of the road. So there's still stuff in the back of her car that we need to go and rescue, save. But the fire's out. The fire is out. But the bill is big. The bill is massive. We might have to open a Patreon to get Scungy a new car. Shall I hold one of those up? Oh, give me that Scully one. Yeah. Here you go, Monica. Yeah, she's okay, Sandra. There was no injuries involved, just the pain of knowing that, potentially can't repair the car and potentially can't buy a new car. So pretty much all of the damage is emotional damage and just shit feels, bad shit feels. Thanks, Dan Slee. Dan Slee says that's a nice drawing. He likes your Scully nude person. Oh, you're not on tonight, Pam? I was getting ready to wrap up, so we could go over to your stream. Chewy says it's a picture of his ex. Well, why wouldn't you, I guess, What is this Streamlabs that people talk about? I guess is it similar to StreamYard? I think I've heard of it well before I heard of StreamYard. But it seems that a lot of people who are doing streams now are just jumping on StreamYard. So I'm going to assume that YouTube will probably buy that out instead of trying to develop their own technology, unless they've already got their stuff in the pipeline. Me too, Monica. That stuff smells disgusting. Are you saying Streamlabs is a pain in the butt? And my short-term memory is not allowing me to remember what you're referring to, Bob. You shall have to elucidate or retell me. Can you pass me that one that you prepared earlier, please? Oh, I like that band C23. Isn't it a band? All my exes live in Texas. They do some good stuff. Look at this. That's the stuff. Wait, why is that the right way? But when I...
What's the right way?
Oh, yeah. No,
That's not the right way.
But it is.
It's not, because that's the opposite hand. Look.
Yeah, but the letters are right. So it's not
yeah.
reversing me. I mean, it's reversing. Yeah, it's doing the right thing. Anyway. I'm charging my glass, people. Oh, that might be a little bit too much wild turkey. How am I going to fit soda with that? Oh. Three turkeys on screen. Nice one. Your backyard and have to reflect. Why am I missing this? You've never tried wild turkey? Best enjoyed straight. So straight. Yeah. Whew, that's how we do it. My eyes didn't even water. But I might feel it in a minute or two. I'm still confused, Bob. You want to see more of my backyard? Sort of some of my backyard and fish tank. Probably if I turned the light off on my fish tank, you'd get so much more of my backyard. But it's a pretty boring backyard, really. There's like a couple of macadamia trees, an orange tree, a couple of bird baths and a clothesline and a worm farm. That's about it. And a shitful lawn. Cody's son, how are you? Thanks for popping in. Professional. She'll be calling you a professional in no time, Jess. You just got to keep practicing. Practice. Oh, dance league. 2 hours. Crikey. Ain't nobody got time for that. People even still do that one. Its popularity's lapsed, I'd guess, that one. Chewy, I believe Pam said earlier that she was not streaming until tomorrow night. I'm still waiting for confirmation, but it seems maybe she has disappeared to go and start streaming. We need confirmation because as a rule, I do not like to cut into Pam's time. And if she wants to go on, I'll certainly jump out the way for Pam. Right. Confirmed. 54 Punchy has confirmed no streaming tonight, streaming tomorrow night. Right. Was last week just like a one-off or something? I thought you streamed after me most times. I mean, sure, this is my fourth one proper, but I think only the third one in this time slot. Interesting. Seems you got maybe there's right. But normally you would stream tonight, yeah, Pam? I don't think it's a change, C23, by the sounds of it. She's a busy girl tonight. Wait, Monica, is that you replying to my question from like 22 minutes ago about asking what we were showing of Scungy stuff? If so, I'm going to preempt so I don't have to wait another 22 minutes for another answer. But yeah, I believe the stuff that's being made for you is either at Scungy's house, about 34 kilometres in that direction, or alternatively in the back of her car where it's sitting in a rather destroyed state. So the only stuff we have here today of Scungy's is artwork from today's live drawing art thing. How's that hair going? I think I'm due for a haircut.
Well done.
I might be old enough now for a mohawk. Any ideas, people? Suggestions? What sort of hairdo should I do? Mohawk? Super bald? I should just shave bald from now on. I mean, look at these hairlines. So receding. Hang on, how do I turn that way? So receding, I should just give up on hair and just go bald.
If you go bald, you won't get that little shower guy. And I'll be sad. And then you'll be sad because I'm sad.
Pink unicorn horn, Blacky, says Dan Slee. Well, that would mean that I would still keep this bit and just bald the rest. And I'll turn this bit into a pink unicorn horn. I think that's quite achievable, Dan. I like the way you're thinking. I don't understand why we've still got hair. You know? Surely we've evolved beyond the requirements of hair. We wear clothes. We wear hats. You know? I can understand these guys. They keep shit falling in your eyes. I'm not so sure about these.
Hair helps your perception. It's good for movement in space and understanding your environment.
Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. Please don't do a mohawk. Or okay.
We're gonna have to get you a mohawk now, then we can shave it off.
Potentially, if I've got people telling me not to do stuff, then I'm probably more likely to do stuff. But you know, I can have a 10-minute mohawk and then fix it afterwards. So, I mean, with this amount of length, I haven't had hair this long for so long. I feel like a hippie. I'm out of control. Anyway, would you like to take this seat while I get a beverage?
No one wants to see me.
Oh, I'm just going to
I hate to
Definitely
see
don't.
you.
I like it, Dan. I like it. I like how you're using the psychology that I just mentioned. Brilliant work. I'll be back in a tick. Pardon me. My eyes are on the front of my head. Oh, shit. Wait, is that my black water?
Yeah, that's going to. So like beverage. Yeah. I accidentally bypassed your camera and I didn't mean to, and now I wish that you had have realised. So I was coming around to see you.
Oh, You're welcome.
I love you.
Ah. Hi, I'm back. Anyone got a beverage? Cheers. Ka-chink. Bob Kaler says hi, Scungy.
Hi, Bob.
Scungy says hi, Bob. We're still working out if this microphone's directional or not. Can you confirm with me, Bob, if you heard Scungy saying hi back? Thanks, Sandra. I am back. Cheers to you too. Oh, wait. Can I do... I can't read. Oh, look at those eyeballs in there. Woohoo! Yeah, he heard you. So, yeah, this microphone picks up more than just the guy sitting in front of it. That's a good look. That old Blacky through the turkey.
Well, it's pretty with the bubbles.
Wait on.
And that.
Cichlids23 also says hi, Scungy.
Hi.
Haley, that sounds like a shit of a drive. 4 hours for a 1 hour drive. Construction, Rex, no AC, 95 degrees. No wind, no movement.
I did 4 hours to get home with the cranky child. 3 cranky children. That was fun.
No, Chewy, no better in that glass, but yes, it certainly did look like a bubble nest. And potentially, I may need the protein of better eggs in a bubble nest to stave off whatever beverages I've been inhaling. Well, I suppose I inhaled that last one, didn't I? Shit. This one I might rest on for a little while, just so that people don't think I'm in some self-destructive mode. You should have done that. I suppose the traffic probably wasn't moving enough for you to be able to do that thing where your car rolls and you walk along the side of it. A Jess Shrimp Granny also says hi, Scungy.
Hi, Jess.
But she says she's having problems. I can't get Instagram Messenger to work on my computer. Even though I just downloaded it, I'm going to message you.
Nice.
Have you switched it off and back on again, Jess? That sometimes works. Haley, I often find that rocking out is often the best solution to any situation. If shit goes shit, rock out. Oh, hang on, I can't do proper horns with that hand, can I? Sorry, I can't throw the goat with this hand because that little finger doesn't work properly. That's as straight as it goes.
He's a wonky goat.
And it's a very wonky goat.
I kind of like him better that way.
Sandra Bennett says hi, Scunch.
Hi, Sandra.
Fantastic fish hobby in the house. I know I've said it like 95 times today, but charge your glasses and say hi to Fantastic Fish Hobby. No, it's my pinky finger, Bob. That would be no, it's my right hand. It's my strumming and fingering hand. Yeah, that's right. I said fingering. I did. Just so everyone knows I'm not being filthy. We're talking about guitar playing stuff. What? How did I do that? What I did, being a cricket player, I was playing cricket and I dislocated. Whoops, where am I? This is going to be difficult. This knuckle and this knuckle, I dislocated. So this bone was actually going diagonally this way. Oh, hang on. Anyway, you get the point. It was going across diagonally. But I still had to I still had some bowling to do in the cricket game, if anyone's familiar with cricket. So I did the thing where, you know, rah, the manly macho thing, and I put my bone back into place and I finished the bowling that I had to do, and then took myself maybe 2 or 3 days before I actually went to a doctor to get it checked out. And by the time I went to the doctor, they said, no, that's kind of set back in place. If we're to fix that, we have to re-break it, re-dislocate it, and that could possibly shatter the bone in your finger. So yes, like I said before, it is my fingering and strumming hand for guitar, and I can hang on this way. I can only just reach an octave on the piano with the finger like that. Did it get squashed flat, Chewy? Your ET finger. Rainwater is oh, is that Haley going right? Righto, oddball Haley. Thanks for stopping by. If I haven't missed you already, appreciate you being in here. What was that comment about a red face? Jess Shrimp Gunny, is that my face you're talking about? Because I've had issues with the color.
It looks a lot redder on the camera than it looks in person.
I've felt my face has looked really red this whole stream. But Scungy has just confirmed that my face does not actually look this red. It looks really white now with all that brightness.
It looks very shiny from over this side.
I'm going to have to start wearing makeup, aren't I? Get some foundation on for these shows so the people don't talk about my colours.
Then they just talk about your poor makeup job.
Yeah, but Jess, also what I have at the moment is a shit ton of cloud has rolled over. I had blue skies and stuff before. So I'm guessing that maybe the lighting correction, because Scungy is confirming that my face has not changed.
I Tell you
to
what,
a different
tell you
shade of
what,
red.
Jess. When he has too many drinks, his face doesn't go red. He just starts to get this lovely little sway. He doesn't stay steady. He just like sways back and forth.
Yeah, the Pirate's Way. That's right, Dan. Yo ho ho and 17 bottles of rum. All right, my days of eyeliner are done, Monica. I used to do the eyeliner, mascara, all that good stuff. Whoops. Back in the day, you know, I don't like to keep banging on about it, but I used to be a musician, performing musician. We're playing songs and stuff on stages. And you need to do a little bit of makeup on stage. And, you know, looking at my eyes, nowadays I've got barely any eyelashes left. So you need to a bit of black line and some darker stuff in there. Makes a difference on stage. I don't need false eyelashes, Bob, but my eyelashes are super long.
We could do a makeup Blacky video.
Well, there we go. Scungies just came up with an idea. I don't. Let me know if the rain is getting too loud, because from where I'm sitting, the rain is getting heavier and quite loud. But Scungy just had an idea that we do a makeup Blacky on one of the live streams. Was it live stream you suggested?
Anyway,
Video live stream.
I'll even make him a unicorn horn, Dan. We'll try it on for size.
So we could do makeup and a pink unicorn horn all in the one video.
Oh, but you're wet. I don't want to touch you all.
No, Derek. I was not super famous. I was locally famous-ish, I guess. But I wouldn't go as far as saying super famous. I wasn't the star of the band. I was just, I was part of the back line. Sometimes guitar player, or mostly guitar player, and in the later years, bass player, as we simplified things. But yeah, no real fame. Australia's too big to get famous. You got to work too hard. Kiss touring. If Kiss are touring, I could probably outdo their makeup. 808. Where was that? 808 is in the house. Thanks for stopping in, man. Appreciate you being here. See you around on a few of the streams. Pretty sure we've had chats before and stuff. It's good to see familiar faces popping in. Are you asking me? Cichlids23. Sorry, Candy. I clicked on C23's message and then it scrolled. And you asking me that, C23? If I know Angus Young? Because, yeah, me and him we shared a six-pack last weekend. We're top mates. And now I'm questioning. Were you talking about on Acclimate's stream when I played guitar, 44 mag? Angus Young is the guitar player, the lead guitar player from AC/DC, Bob.
Does Bob not know AC/DC?
Scungy needs to know if you don't know AC/DC, Bob. I have not seen Tai Sui. Tai, I have not. I can tell you another cool band from Australia if you like some heavier stuff. 12 Foot Ninja. Check them out on YouTube. They've got some funny videos. They go all right. Of course you do, Chewy. Chewy, I would not expect anything less. Well, unfortunately, Derek, the whoops, I don't know, was that your foot or my dog that
No,
I
that
just
was
kicked?
shaky. But
Sorry, dog. Yes, I did it. I had a little bit of a listen back. I was a bit frightened to listen back to that guitar playing the other night, Derek, and I'm a bit of a staunch supporter of decent audio, and I can say that audio on that stream was terrible.
don't you want to try it with the new microphone?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't.
To get your racks out.
12 foot's a tall anything, Cichlids 23, but I appreciate, Derek, that you enjoyed it. Was Dave Evans their first singer? I thought he was their first drummer. Or am I just confused about AC/DC drummers because of that AC/DC drummer that got done in New Zealand for meth and stuff? I thought Bon Scott was there from the start. Oh, thanks, Bob. That is a very pretty guitar. I've had that guitar since 1991. What are we now? 2019. Someone do the maths. How long have I had that guitar for? 91. No, is that 28 years? No, hang on. Is that right? 91. 9 years to 2000. 9 plus 19 is 28. Oh my God. That's a 28-year-old guitar. And it still sounds beautiful. How do you get 27, Candy, if I didn't give you the month? But you're right. If I got it in December or November or October, sure, it'd be 27 years. But I think I can't even, as if I even can remember what month of 1991 I got that guitar. But yeah, wow, that guitar's 28 years old and it sounds better now than it did. By crikey, Derek, I've probably got 4 guitars, maybe 5 guitars that are older than you, Derek. I have quite a collection of guitars. Maybe one day I should do a video of all my guitars, but as if fish people are interested in guitar collections. You've got to diversify, I guess. It does, Ty. You're absolutely correct. But ever since day one with that guitar, it had a beautiful tone. It's not an expensive guitar, but it played beautifully. Played beautifully, sounds nice, and has never let me down. And I've played a lot of live shows with that guitar. What do you mean, Derek? A video of all my guitars and stuff? Jesus, I've got so many. Never ever sold a single guitar that I own or a keyboard. It is if you spell it right, Cichlids 23. They're beautiful guitars. One of the hang on. All right, let's bring out a guitar for the show. This is one of the, hang on, how do I get rid of that? Get rid of that so we have full screen on my beautiful guitar. This is a proper American-made Strat Plus Deluxe from 1992 with a beautiful red, like Dan Slee said, a beautiful red sunburst or a cherry sunburst. I've dropped it a couple of times. That was probably the worst drop. And it's a bit dusty. I don't know if you can see the dust. Fucking hell. I mean, bugger. I should probably clean my guitar once in a while, but this is one of my only guitars that constantly sits out for me to pick up and, you know, play it once in a while. Apart from my acoustic. This guitar and my acoustic guitar are probably my most played guitars. So yeah. If you've got a I think potentially C23 might be fucking with me. I mean, messing with me. That's twice now in 5 minutes. I've really stooped to bad language. I've tried to keep it to a minimum, but you know, we're having beverages after all. I think C23, I think you know that's a good guitar. But let's have a look, you know? Shoot me a picture. Get on the Instagram and show us your guitar. But yeah, if I show you how it's actually spelt, that's the only thing that threw me, is that you didn't spell it right. So maybe you were messing with me. That's right, Derek. It gives it character. A few drop marks here and there. Ty, we sure could. Apparently, you're only, 16 or 17,000 kilometers from me. So, jams might be a little bit interesting. I might need a bigger bus, a bus with wings, perhaps, to get to the jams. But I've got some drumsticks left, and my double bass pedal is the only drum hardware I've got left at the moment. I had a electric kit for a while, but it belonged to someone else, and they got their electric kit back. But I really enjoyed the double kick pedal action. Lots of that kind of stuff. Jess, you make Bob's dogs howl, and he's got a lot of dogs. That could get noisy. I've got words for days. Skookumchunk. I don't think I said that right, but skookumchunk. Skookumchuck reefer. Welcome aboard. Sorry about my pronunciation, but people did see me do something a little bit interesting earlier in the stream that is potentially affecting my grasp on the English language and speaking and talking and stuff. Yeah, take Derek's $40 C23 if you're not using it. Yeah, C23, you know what you've got. You know what you've got. Classic C23. Knowing exactly what you're sitting on. Get more. I mean, this one. This is 1992 model. And I could sell this for $5,000 if I wanted $5,000 for it. A 64, a good 28 years older. And we're back to maths again. Maths is not good. But roughly that. Yeah. C23, you know what you're sitting on. You could get like 15. Even if it's got character marks, you get a big bucket of money for that thing, dude. Even if you can't spell Stratocaster right. $4, Bob. You're going to offer him $4 for it? Anyway, no one can hear that one, so I'll go and put it away. Monica Sarah has disappeared out onto my driveway. I believe I can hear her in the background on a telephone call. So, yeah, I don't think she'll be playing anytime soon. But we shall see. We shall see what would happen. Yeah. What? Oh, because.
Are you just showing it off?
Yeah, there was. Hang on. I'll be back briefly. Talk amongst yourselves.
Well, I believe you put yours and then mine's in my guitar case. And I've got this. Yeah.
Hang on. Let me go back. Who have we got? Caught me on live feed. I don't know if I can do that on the free version of what is this called? StreamYard. I think you got to pay for it before you can add people, dude. Plus, you're so demanding. You didn't even say please. Crikey. And yes, there is. I mean, I have been moving fish. I've taken a lot of guppies out, Skook. I'm just going to call you Skook for short while I've got this much wild turkey in my belly. I took about 30 guppies out of it last night, about a dozen bristlenose catfish, and about 150 red cherry shrimp out of this tank last night. And there's still approximately 100 bristlenose, multiple hundreds of cherry shrimp, and yeah, this tank is getting changed over soon. I don't know any Pink Floyd C23. I mean, I do, but I'm really bad at Pink Floyd. Trying to catch up with this chat because while I was gone, apparently the chat didn't scroll very much. But essentially, I'd like to, because I am, like I said, using a different microphone than the one I used on Aquamate's stream the other day. It'd be really nice just to at least play a song and see if it works any better. But crikey, I'm gonna have to like spend. I'm gonna have to. Whoa, nearly dropped it. Why am I getting so many messages through? All from ages ago. I'm gonna have to spend a few minutes just checking the tuning of this guitar. Does it sound? Are you talking about the guitar, Jess? Can I confirm that the sound is coming through okay? Wow, my phone is like fritzy as doesn't want to. It's not behaving at all. It's like frozen. Tuna, don't freeze. Advert is starting soon. Some advice, people. If you're going to download a free guitar tuner, get one that doesn't have ads.
My one is really good, and it's called Guitar Tuner. I love that tuner.
I see what they did there. I may have to get that one instead of this one, because this one, like in the middle of my guitar tuner, is a massive ad for Bunnings Warehouse. Isn't this is such an exciting stream, watching Blacky tune a guitar. This is how you tune a guitar, everybody. I suppose also the fact that I've gone way longer than I intended to. That'll do. That'll do for tuning. Where did my songbook end up? I wanted to do a song out of my songbook that I don't remember off by heart.
Maybe they were mine inside. Because I think you brought them.
Have you ever seen a capo jump like that?
They're still in the back.
Lol, Dan Slee. Well, now you have. Now you've seen it. Your life is complete. Wait, what did I miss there? Someone. This is. What are those arrows? What do they point to, Chewy? Yamaha Junior parlor guitar. Is that an acoustic? This one's just a cheap, shitty Marina. Marina is the brand. But as you can see, it's got very pretty timber, a very poorly cut headstock because they don't even match up. But like we said before, I've had this guitar for like 28 years and it's always had a beautiful tone. It plays nicely. It's got beautiful action. And it just it does what I need it to. I'm not super fussy when it comes to guitars, as I will show when I do my guitar tour video. If I do, if it's a thing that people will actually be interested in. I have guitars for days. Way too many guitars. Probably should sell some. I don't even know if the song I'm looking for is in this book. Probably isn't. Lighthouse, I think.
That's in the other book. You're going to do Lighthouse, baby.
I'm going to have a go. Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you do Lighthouse? Dan Slee has never seen a turkey tuner guitar. Sickles 23 says, crikey! I love it when Americans say crikey. Yes, Skook. Sure, everyone's had turducken by now, haven't they?
Have you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Made it myself. Is that going to work though? If my guitar, I need to point my guitar at the microphone. Crikey, mate! How's the, can I get Chewy, my audio engineer? How's my guitar levels versus my voice? Chewy, please. Oh, a bit of buzz. What a shit capo. Just do it because there's certain bits that I don't put off. You are oceans, oceans away. You are a lighthouse, baby. You will burn out someday. So give me love. So many mistakes, but never hope. I am a raging fire. You are smoke in my eyes, my eyes, my eyes. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. reasons to doubt myself, reasons to hold on.
Reasons to stay out. This is the last time I'm gonna call you.
When I've been drinking, it's the last time I'm gonna say how I tried. So goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Just joking. It's my own fault. I've got no right to fall apart, to fall apart. Just like I've been thinking with my lonely little drunk, my lonely little drunk. You are oceans, oceans away. You are a lighthouse, baby. You will burn out someday. So go on and move on. Go on and act all strong. Go ahead and fall for the next ship that comes along. I'll be fine, I'm fine, fine. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. I tried, I tried, I tried. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye. Goodbye, goodbye. That was Lighthouse. That was a song by a band I don't
It's
know.
written by Chris O'Brien.
Chris O'Brien. Just so everyone knows. That was Lighthouse. Chris O'Brien. That was it performed by Chris O'Brien?
Yeah. Well, I don't know actually. If it was
Oh, that was the one from a
It's
movie, wasn't it?
English. No, I saw it on like rolling credits of the TV show.
Oh, pardon me. Thanks, Jess. Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Candy. Thanks, Derek. Can I get, because that was basically an audio test, I need to test if this microphone works better than the built-in mic on the laptop. Was there farting? Was there distortion? Or did it come through clear enough? Thanks, Monica. We're really just pushing the boundaries of what we can achieve with the hardware that we've got available. Nice. Thank you, Candy. Thank you, Dan. Thanks, C23. It's good to know that the hardware we've got works. Is that the folks tooting? Bear with me a moment, please. I've just had a car horn beep. I need to go and find out what's required of me. Talk amongst yourselves, refill your glasses, and have a beverage with Blacky. Does that mean you're not going to?
What would I play?
I thought you were just playing it.
I'm gonna play that for people. Is that? It's your thing. You should play it.
Chewy, drblack66@gmail.com. If you want to email me, it's my email address. Skook's maintaining a marijuana-based theme on his comments. Puff, puff, pass. If only. Oh, I'm so high now that I had a big puff, puff, pass. Just cigarettes here, guys. Just cigarettes. Thanks, Monica. Thanks, Dan. I'm assuming Jess made a typo, unless Skunky is some kind of band that we should know. Yeah, do that one.
Never seen that before.
Yeah, go on. We're just testing a microphone.
We'll work out how it goes.
Why would you stop there? You were just like warming into it.
Stream. You should do this thing.
I love that song. No, I love that song. I'd really like you to play it on my stream for my people.
No anymore. Play it right then.
I don't care if he's got mistakes.
People are... No. I don't know. I feel all stuck and embarrassed.
Jess said she was enjoying it and you stopped.
Secrets I had, oh, I held on. Secrets I don't know anymore. All of the treasures, things are broken. All of the lessons learned are little tokens about lost I am. How lost I am. How lost I am. How lost I am. Oh, why did you do that? You should do the things because you have the confidence to do the things.
Nice, Skook. Get that beverage and that puff into you. Pardon me. That wasn't a lyric. That's how it goes. play this one for the people. Jess says she's getting into it, and you stop. I was too, Jess. I was so getting into it. Hang on, I don't know if I can do this song with a cigarette in my mouth. Bear with me while I finish.
Can I make a drink, please?
Yes, please. Don't forget, everybody, this stream is called Have a Beverage with Blacky, so we're getting fresh drinks. There's no H, Jess. It's just SARA. And we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this other song.
The only compromise my parents ever made.
What is?
Me having no H.
You having what?
Me having no H. I was named after my grandmother, but my mum was something different.
All right.
My mum wanted to call me Scarlet.
Scarlet.
Yeah, anyway, I won't go into all that right now.
All right, Jess. We'll fulfill your need to hear Sarah again, and we'll play another song, and then we might call it quits because we can't play all day long.
Yes, we can.
I mean, we could, but
Not for you guys.
brutal. So here's another one that you probably haven't heard ever before. I hope people are tapping their fingers along. It's all we could ask. It's the bare minimum we could ask. So did we get I know we got pretty loud there. Any distortion? Any ugly sounds apart from my voice? Probably should, Monica. Thanks, Candy. Thanks, Pam. Thanks, Bob. Almost epic. Well, Skook, I guess we've just got to try a little bit harder if we want to get to epic. We're almost epic, not quite epic enough. Gosh. Should we just keep going? Should we just do another song? If we get 7 yeses, we'll do another song. We'll sit back and wait for the yeses to roll in. There's one. There's 2. There's 3. Thirsty Rabbit in the house. Welcome back, Thirsty. That's not a yes, Jess. Derek's trying to fulfill all of the yeses in one statement. Oh my God, I think we've got at least 6, maybe. Can I get another yes just so I can? Oh, there we go, Dan Slee. He's fulfilled our yes requirements. And Bob has fulfilled our yes requirements as well. Is anyone familiar with a band called The Cure? They're a little band out of the UK. Not many people know of them. Or we might do a Cure song. Just, you don't know The Cure, Derek? Well, let us introduce you to The Cure. Bugs. I got bugs. Thanks, guys. Thirsty, thank you. Drama D in the house. Welcome aboard, Drama D. You came along at a seemingly interesting time. Oh, Shelby Ray says, sing it, sister. She did. Monica Lynn loves The Cure. Lots of people saying hi to Drama D.
Why am I more in the thing?
Thirsty Rabbit says, how good is this? And better than the original. Thirsty's loving it. Thanks, Stewie. I will check that soon. As you can see, my hands are full at the minute. That's The Cure, Derek. Yes, that is a song called Why Can't I Be You? That's the way, Thirsty. Everyone, charge your glasses and say cheers to Thirsty Rabbit. We can't have a beverage with Blacky without having charged glasses. After all, can we? That would be pointless. It'd be futile, and it would also be erroneous to call your live stream have a beverage if people weren't having beverages. We could probably nearly do more Cure, couldn't we?
Cure is good.
It might,
Give an education to young Derek.
Young Derek. Do we need to pardon me, do we need to play another Cure song for young Derek? Give Derek an education into the Cure. Anyone? Thirsty says yes. I'm assuming he's answering my question. I don't know if we do any AC/DC, Thirsty.
Should do.
We probably should. Yeah, we could probably do some. Jess says she's got a fever and the only cure is the cure.
Makes sense.
But yeah, Thirsty, we're going to take that challenge. If I can point to the camera, we're going to try and work out an AC/DC song and do an AC/DC song. But for now, it's just for Derek's sake, 44 mag, we need you learning. We need you comfortable. We need you knowing what the cure is. Charge your glasses, everybody, and have a cheers to Derek and his first cure experience without the cure. Pass it this way, Skook. Pass it this way. Wish I could read better.
Show me how you do that trick. The one that makes me scream, she said. The one that makes me laugh, she said. And threw her arms around my neck. Show me how you do it. And I promise that I'll run away with you.
That's how that one goes.
Kinda.
You know, we chucked a few interesting little bits in there and stuff. oh. Could do some Australian music.
Pony.
Oh, we could do that, couldn't we? Thanks, Dan. Thanks, Thirsty. Thanks, everyone else who's enjoying it. Yeah, Derek, definitely check out some Cure. They got some interesting stuff. And apparently they have just reformed recently for a world tour. Bank balances must have been getting low. That's generally the reason they reform for world tours, isn't it? Chewy. Mentioning my bloody Devon Townsend, my favourite ever. He's my favourite. Devon Townsend is tits. C23. Oh, Bob Kaler loves In Excess. It's been a while since we've done In Excess. It's not in this book, though, is it?
It's in the other book.
Where did I put it? Way over there. Bob Kaler, would you like us to play an In Excess song for you, Bob? If you love In Excess so much. I think we've got one somewhere in one of our books. But if you don't want us to, we won't do it, you know. Anyone else know In Excess? Australian band? Jess Shrimp Granny seems to know them. Monica Lynn might know them. But Bob seems too awestruck to be able to type a response to my question. How could you not love them, Thirsty? Might be a little bit of a different version than what you are familiar with from the original. And my guitar may be going out of tune, but we'll push through. Standing here on the ground, the sky above won't fall down. Say no, we fall in all directions. Just scratching my nose for a sec. Live. Mm-hmm. Resolution of happiness. Things have been dark for too long. Don't change for you. Don't change a thing for me. Change for you. Don't change a thing for me. Just ignore my mistakes. I found a love I had lost. It had been gone for too long. Even though we fall in all directions, elocution of bitterness. Message received loud and clear. Don't change for you. Don't change a thing for me. Don't change for you. Don't change a thing. Hang on. For me. Turn the page, Blacky. I'm standing here on the ground. The sky above won't fall down. Say no evil in all directions. Resolution of happiness. Things have been dark for too long. Don't change for you. Don't change a thing for me. Don't change for you. Don't change a thing for me. Who's out? C23. See you later, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate your visit. Interesting ending, number one. Oh, and rain. Don't change. Don't change. Don't change. Don't change, in excess. That's because you just smoked, Skook. We could do this all day long, we realise. Till we get kicked out. Till the publican says no, no more. Thanks, Dan. Righto, thanks, Haley. If that's you going. Arnie DeFranco. I don't know.
Oh, I know Arnie DeFranco.
There you go.
I don't know it on the guitar
Oh.
though. I think it's like D. 100,000 fireflies light up before me, and if I turn my head on to the side, I'm not gonna actually sing it. They become my song.
Haley, we'll try and
Called I Go Off.
I go off. And if you don't believe it, Haley, we'll try and learn that one for you if you want. And we'll do it maybe next time. Maybe next week on this stream. We might try and do that one. 1 a.m. Are we really pushing it? Crikey. That's the way to do it, Skook. An Irish coffee is not Irish coffee without maple syrup. Hang on, that doesn't make sense. That would be a Canadian Irish coffee, an Irish Canadian coffee. Who can tell? It's still coffee, and it's still Irish, and it's still boozy. I wonder should I
Hmm.
try and do creep just so I get a comparison for how this microphone works against the other one.
Sure.
Should I do creep to test the microphone, or should we do another song? If anyone that was watching the Dr. Thirsty Mate stream on Aquamate's channel on Saturday night US time, I played some songs then, but the audio quality was quite shit or bad, depending on your tolerance for foul language. Thirsty says test it. Shelby Ray says test it. Thirsty also says 3 p.m. Crikey, it is too. Wow.
Oh.
Righto. I like to listen to my brother Thirsty. I'll take his advice and I'll say, let's test it. And Bob is requesting another song. So, Bob, we will do another song. I think I can get through another song before I have to empty my bladder again.
You're just going to do this one?
Huh?
You're just going to do this one?
No, you're going to sing as well, if that's what you mean.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, you always should do backup on my songs, or, you know, forward and I do backup. When you're here before, look you in the eyes, you look like an angel, your skin makes me cry, you feel like a feather. I wish I was special. You're so fucking special. I got thrown by the swear word. Sorry, normally I say flippin', but I actually said fucking. You're so flippin' special. Let's start again. But I'm a creep, and I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't care if it hurts. I wanna have control. I want a perfect body. I want a perfect soul. To watch you and notice when I'm not around. So flippin' special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. Run, whatever makes you happy, whatever you want. You're so flippin' special. I wish I was special, but I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here, 'cause I'm a creep. I'm a widow. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I don't belong here. Odd, very odd. Thank you, everybody. Preemptive, thanks. Half outside, that's a good way to put it. We are half outside. Certainly the rain and the breeze. Thanks, Chewy. Yeah, well, I'm testing a new microphone today, so clearly, even with this wingless mosquito sitting on the microphone, oh, dead. He's dead now.
Because he got no wings.
Thanks, Pam. I shall endeavour to not use the built-in microphone on the laptop anymore, but I also shall endeavour to go and empty my bladder. Bear with me, people. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst scummies.
Well, no. When opportunity knocks.
Hi, I'm back. I had oh, hello, boy. Hello, my dog. Come up here. Come up here. Yeah. Here's my boy. Here's my boy. He's my boy. Look, you're being showed to the world,
he's so
boy.
super uncomfortable with that.
You're being showed to the world. Say hi to the world.
Yeah. World, I don't care for you.
I did, Pam. I am downloaded now. Yeah, all right. Get back down. Good boy. Covered in hair. That's the thing with short hair dogs. They drop a fair bit of hair, don't they? What? The what? Yeah. You're gonna have to
Can I hold your guitar?
get you guys to talk amongst yourselves to Scungy's background music. I have to go and administer some medication to one of my patients. Give them some good background music to talk to.
Oh, that's all right. Hey, baby.
Hi, everybody. Jess wants to know if you're strumming with your nails.
With my thumb
Just with her thumb. Thirsty says, nice picking, sister. Volbeat. What's Volbeat?
I don't know.
Jess likes it. Whatever Volbeat. Our drama D is asking for Volbeat. That was my dog Shaky. He lives between my house and where my sons live. Pig free living. Welcome back, Dr. Black. Why, thank you. I don't know that song, 44 Mag Guy, Derek. I don't know the song called Pokemon. Oh, yeah, can you do that song?
I don't know.
Yeah, do that song. I love that song.
You say I only hear what I want to. You say I talk so all the time. So and I thought what I felt was simple. And I thought that I don't belong. And now that I am leaving, well, I know that I did something wrong, 'cause I missed you. Yeah, I missed you. You say I only hear what I want to. I don't listen hard. Don't pay attention to the distance that you're running to anyone, anywhere. Thank you, love. Don't understand if you really care.
Keep going, don't stop.
Oh, I don't know. I don't want to come and do your thing, and I will go along with that. Tell the radio and this woman was singing my song. Lovers in love and the others run away. Lover is crying 'cause the other won't stay. Some of us hover while we wait for the other who was dying since the day they were born. Well, this is not that I think that I'm thrown, but I'm thrown. And I thought I'd live forever, but now I'm not so sure. You try to tell me that I'm clever. That won't take me anyhow or anywhere with you.
Charge your glasses to Scungy. Let's say cheers. Did you see me doing that, Dan? I tried. I tried to make myself known. Well, everybody, we've been going for a fairly long time now, based on my normal. I think I've broken my record of 2 hours 23. Oh, look at that. We've just cracked 3 hours. Crikey. 3 hours of this nonsense. Me looking at a camera, you guys looking at me. Can we do a capo on that song?
No.
I'm going to do another Australian song, and then we might call it. We might just call it. We might raise our glasses one more time at the end of this song. end the stream and let you American folks go to sleep. Hang on, I'm ignorant of comments and stuff. Dan Slee, beautifully done, Scunge. Jess says cheers. Thirsty says that was next level. Candy Overalls says that was great, Scunge. Dan Slee, asterisk Scunge. I'm guessing he made a spelling error on your name previously. Previously or previously? Or some time ago.
That seems quite likely.
Sometime in the recent past, anyway. Shelby Ray says cheers. Skookum Chunk. Hang on, I keep saying chunk because my theme song is called Chunkum Bob. Skookum Chuck. It's probably a Beaver
reference. I don't know
reference.
why you keep turning the camera this way.
Because you were playing. 44 Mag Guy also likes Skookum Chuck. Has his glasses up. Bob says cheers. Dan Slee, 3 hours and no complaints. Apart from Jess, of course. Some Rush. I think if you're requesting Rush songs, Jess, Rush songs are complicated. Maybe in the future, Thirsty, we might do some Tracy Chapman. I do have some Tracy Chapman in an old songbook of mine, but
not Tracy. I do know Tracy Chapman, but you're gonna do this one. We're not gonna do
Scungy
Pony.
knows. Oh well, yeah. Let's do Pony instead. Does anyone know Australian music? I don't know what the notorious nug means. First trout to smoke the trout gets the trout. You might have to explain that, Nug. I don't know those words. I know trout's a fish, but I assume that by using those words in that kind of sentence that it's not referring to a trout. Is Bob out? I missed his bit. Bob, stop here. Righto, Bob. Thanks heaps for being here, man. I think you were here from start to finish. Super appreciate your presence.
Hang on, while you're talking, I'm going to try and do that. Just while you're talking.
While I go through some comments, Scungy's going to have a little bit of a twiddle. Thirsty has got a fast car. Surely you've seen his videos, Dan.
Maybe I can't do it right now, actually.
Thanks, Bob. Good night, man.
It just reminded me that I do know that. I had to work it out.
I'm not 100% sure if Notorious Nug is going to clarify his comment, or if we're just supposed to know the code words. If anyone knows what Notorious Nug meant by trout.
Plus.
Early bird gets the worm. You've got to smoke the trout to get the trout.
Yeah. The trout who smokes the trout gets the trout. I got that.
I still don't get it, and I've had it
Really?
explained to me twice now. Am I that slow? Am I that dense?
One who gets to it gets it, babe.
Righto. So we're going to do a quick poll. A quick poll for last song of the stream. We can either do Grinspoon or Casey Chambers. I don't know if Casey Chambers or thanks Skyline Life. Super appreciate you stopping in. Even if I am confused by your mates' trout comments, I'm sure you'll explain them to me later. But yeah, we're going to do a... Dan Slee must have got it, but I still haven't got it. Greenspoon or Grinspoon? Grinspoon. We will either do Grinspoon, More Than You Are, or Casey Chambers, Pony. Put your votes up now. Let's go. We'll allow this long for votes. Casey Chambers or Grinspoon. Put your votes in now, however many people. We got 15 people in the chat. Let's try and get 15 votes for one or the other. Grinspoon, as in grin and a spoon, or Casey Chambers.
Casey's gonna.
We got one vote for Pony. We got one vote. Three. We got 4 votes for Casey Chambers. 5 votes for Casey. 1 vote for Grinspoon. We'll allow the voting to go on for as long as it takes me to finish this cigarette. Oh, she does, Thirsty. She does this song very well. Certainly better than I do it on my own. Oh, that's something you don't want to see. We got another vote for Casey Chambers. I think we're looking at 6-1 Casey Chambers over Grinspoon. Bloody hell, I've got to remember how to play it all of a sudden.
It's
been a while, hasn't it? Yeah, you can vote more than once. You can vote as much as you want, Jess. Hang on. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Abe, for stopping by. Love you, man. Notorious Nug coming through with the big comments. They can't stop all of us. So true. They can't. They're trying to. They are certainly trying to, but they can't. You're right. I think that's how it goes, isn't it?
Sounds good.
I think we've learned it. So no extra votes for Grinspoon. It looks like Pony has got it. Skyline Loaf even. Skyline Loaf. Maybe you should change your channel name to Skyline Loaf, because I think a loaf is better than life if it's a freshly baked loaf. He's also down for Casey.
Freshly baked.
Don't forget to put that marsupial back into the pouch. We all know those baby marsupials love the pouch. I don't know where we're getting all these greens from, all these extra green. I think you're well aware, Nug, that my all of my amplification is at your house, not at my house. But potentially that is something I will consider doing. Get the guitar amp out and play some dirty guitar. Thanks, Drama D. You know, don't have like an extra 7 minutes to hang around for the last song. I'm going to finish this cigarette like in 2 or 3 more puffs. And we're going to play the last song and then we're going to sign out. Righto, based on popular demand, this stream will finish with Pony by Casey Chambers, sung by us two, even though she's a little bit off camera.
Don't let her stay on the camera.
When I grow up, I want a pony. I want to ride it from dusk till dawn. I want to brush her mane and feed her sugar cane and keep her and safe from the storm. If I had
Hang on, I've forgotten the chords.
If I had a pony,
Sorry.
I wonder could I be your girl? When I grow up, I want a baby. I want to name it after Ralph Stanley. And I sure won't mind if it cries all night, just as long as it looks like me. If I had a baby, I wonder could I be your girl? You're the lady, you're the love, you rock my world. You're the lady, you're the love, when I grow up, I wanna be your girl. When I grow up, I want a cowboy with dust all over his jeans, with a horse named Jack and a 10-gallon hat. He's nice, but he looks so mean. If you were a cowboy, I wonder could I be your girl?
I think it goes back to the.
You're the lady, you're the love, you rock my world. You're the lady, you're the love, when I grow up, I wanna be your girl. When I grow up, I'll be a lady. All my rings will be made of gold. I'll put flowers in my room. I'll wear perfume. I won't listen
I'll be a lady.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thanks heaps for stopping by. I think we're going to call it. We're going to call it here at 3 minutes and 18 seconds in. Shortest live stream ever. Love a 3-minute live stream. Thanks heaps, everyone, for stopping by. Candy, thank you for standing ovation. She's standing ovation you. She says standing ovation for you, Scungy, not for me. Jess Shrimp Granny, thank you. Drama D, thanks for hanging out for that extra 7 minutes. Dan Slee, thank you heaps for stopping by. Monica, thank you. Derek, thanks heaps. Ibis in the paddock, thank you. Who else? Notorious Nug, thanks heaps for hanging about for that last bit. Anyone else? Everyone else. 54 Punchy. Cody Sun, thank you. Crystals, Pets and Plants. I think she left a while ago, but I'll still thank her anyway in case she watches the replay. Who else am I forgetting? Monica Lynn. I'm pretty sure I thanked you before anyway. The Cove, Candy Overalls. I'm just scrolling through the chat and saying every name I see, which is all the same names at the moment. Bob Kaler's already left, but I really love Bob Kaler. Thanks heaps, Bob. Skook, thank you. Thirsty, wouldn't be where I am without you, brother.
Yay, thirsty.
How did I get back to the very top of the chat, though? Evil. No, it obviously limits it. Thank you very much, everyone who's been involved. Please hit that like if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, hit the dislike. We'll frown at it later on today. Super appreciate everyone hanging around and having a chat. Popping in for a visit. I hope it didn't take too much out of your, Tuesday night in America. I don't think any of my English friends turned up tonight because it's probably too early in the morning for them. I can't wait to get around the fire with you as well, Thirsty. That's going to be some good times, brother. Good times. Hit that like on your way out, people. Oh, thanks, Candy. Sorry, I'm a little bit silly like that. I'll take fabulous any day of the week, Candy Overalls. Thank you very much for hanging around. I hope if I go arr, arr, maybe you could screen grab that, take that down for your boy. I'll be a pirate for you any day, Caleb. That was a pirate burp.
Trying.
It was. I think that was a brilliant eye patch. A little bit of chocolate-covered gingerbread. All right, love you guys. Thanks heaps, and I'll probably, if I don't see you in a video before next Wednesday, we'll do all this again next Wednesday, Tuesday night for you guys. Behave yourselves. And I thought it was a very pirate-like burp as well, Jess. Yes, very pirate-like burp. Charge your glasses. Here's to the end of the stream. Take care, everyone. See you soon. Oh, hang on. I've still got to look at the camera while I push that button.